Islam Awareness Week began in 1994. The course of history has brought Islam and the lives of British Muslims into the public foreground as debate about identity, religion and allegiance has taken a sharper perspective.
Most people now are quite comfortable with being British, but that really, as far as I'm concerned, isn't enough. Because, I was happy at being British and Lancastrian, but I'd missed something in between, which is, for me, living in England, being English. And I really do think that that is such an important thing to embrace, because there's a great deal of commonality there.
A range of activities will take place throughout Britain during this week, but one of the most important aspects is the launch of the Islamic Awareness website. It's particularly intended for use in schools.
It's absolutely crucial. I mean, there's so many Islam-oriented stories in the media. Usually it has to be said quite negative, and so it's really important that young people can get onto a website that gives them something that they haven't perhaps had elsewhere. And I think it's an important learning for young people in our society today. So I do think that the Islam Awareness Week website is something that it plays a very useful role in today's very complex society.
The headline of this year's Islam Awareness is Celebrating the Best of Britain's Shared Values. This recognises that Britain's 2 million Muslims may feel their faith is often more diverse than reflected in newspaper headlines.
Since 9/11 and 7/7, the role of promoting Islam and Islamic values and the Muslim community has actually become more important than ever before, because there seems to be a lot of misconceptions about Islam, there seems to be a lot of misunderstanding about Islam and what Muslims do in this country. And we feel that our role is more important than ever before for us to actually talk about a face of Islam, which is, we understand to be the true face of Islam, that talks about tolerance and peace and patience, and working with the wider society, whether Muslims or non-Muslims, to promote values which are common.
The young people portrayed in the accompanying video lead, in the best sense of the word, ordinary lives. They study, do sport, have friends, and have high hopes for what they can achieve. In one sense, they might well hope for the day when they don't feel the need to explain either their background or their faith.
We do expect that there will be a time, not so far in the future, where there will be a good understanding between all communities. There will be a good understanding of Islam within the society, and Islam will just be another religion that's accepted and respected within the wider society, and there wouldn't be a need for this kind of thing. However, I think there will always be room for interfaith dialogue to keep discussing values in the context of time and place that we are at. I think that is only healthy, but hopefully I think there will come a point, I agree with you, where we will need to keep talking about Islam and what Islam represents and so on. Hopefully that will be known to a great extent.
An artistic representation of Britain's Union flag with a difference, combining Islamic calligraphy with a traditional pot of tea, is a gentle pointer to that kind of future.